Welcome back to Mini-Modelog. This week we've got the Latigo Posse for Malifaux. I'll get straight on with the unboxing in just a second, but just to let you know that this will probably be the last of my unboxings for the guild for now. I'm going to try and concentrate on actually getting some painted and show you how my miniatures are going and actually getting some games in for Malifaux. So hopefully I should be able to give you an update on all that real soon, and also actually do you a video of how I'm going to paint certain models. So look out for that. But for this week, we're just going to get straight into the unboxing of the Latigo Posse. So like I said at the start of the video, we're just going to jump straight into the box set. This is the Latigo Posse, and basically they are the Ortega family. So Perdita is the master, and all the others are brothers, I assume, or members of the family. And their essential main trait for Malifaux, because they have the trait that is family, they can sort of chain activate, which can be really helpful as long as you're within a certain distance. For example, Perdita can activate if you're within 6 inches of her and you've activated another model. So it can be really handy to chain up different things. So let's take a look inside the box. So obviously you get all the normal items, you get all the bases for all the models. I'll just bob over the side here. The card which states thank you very much, as well as if you need any help to put your models together. Now I use this website for Malifaux a lot and it's really helpful, so if you do get Malifaux models and you don't go to this website to put them together, you try them yourself and you find you're really failing, that card is invaluable, so do go there and check it out. So let's bob that to the side as well. And of course you get the cards. We'll take a look at these in just a minute. I'll look at the sprue first. So this sprue is the first one I've had which actually tells you which sprue is for which model, which is quite helpful. So I'll just turn it over and bring it up to the camera. So here you've got Nino Ortega, so they're all the pieces for Nino. Just below him you've got Perdita and all the pieces for her. To the left of her you've got Francisco Ortega with all his bits. And then above him, you've got Santiago. And then you've got Papa Loco's parts. And then finally, the Nephilim. And obviously it all comes together on one quite well put together sprue. And I'm really quite impressed with that, Malifaux. Well done to Weird for that. So let's take a look at the cards. Now obviously, with it being a crew box, you get obviously all the cards for all the models. So you get Perdita's card there, Santiago's, Papa Loco's, Nino's, Enslaved Nephilim, Francisco's, and then you get into the upgrade cards. And you've got quite a few upgrade cards. Some are specifically for Perdita, which are those three there. And then you've also got some that are family related, so any member of the family can use. And then you've got one for Francisco, which is good. So those are all the cards you get. I would spend time reading these out, but I'm not going to. So if you want to check these out, check out the Malifaux website, which I'll put a link for down below. And also check out the large scale rulebook. The large scale rulebook for Malifaux has all these printed in, so I won't go through them all. So I'll now spend a bit of time off camera putting all these models together, and then I'll show you what they look like and do a little spin round of a few of them so you can see what they look like all the way around. I'll see you in just a moment. So for the spin rounds, I decided to do something a little bit different. Basically I'm going to do the one and only Perdita first, and then I'm going to do the hardest models that were to put together out of the set, which basically I'll spin Perdita around just so you can see her. She was relatively easy, but you've got to make sure you put things together in the right order. So this is Perdita. Next person we'll move on to is Francisco, so we'll be back in a second. So here's Francisco. He was a bit harder, just certain things were really quite difficult with him, getting things in the right position and so forth. But again, all of these models look amazing. I love the Malifaux range. Always looks so good. So that's Francisco. And here is the most difficult out of all of them, which is El Nino. He's got so many small parts. His legs come separately. The gun comes in many bits. But he looks amazing when he's done. I mean, even his little sort of thing on his hat there, which come out, they're separate. So they're quite a difficult model to put together. So in a minute, I'll show you all of them together as a whole, as a crew. That's Nino. So here they are, the Latigo Posse, somewhat easier to put together than others. So the two guys on the left, which are Papaloco and Santiago, were a lot more easy than Nino and the Nephilim. The main difference is basically the size of the parts. I mean, some of the parts on Nino are really small, and I have big hands, so it's really difficult to glue them into the right places. Right about now, should be a couple of things popping up on the screen. In the bottom right, you've got the playlist for the other guild stuff I've unboxed, so do check that out if you're interested in other guild models. On the left is last week's video, so if you want to see what I was up to last week, click on that. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, hit the subscribe button if you want to see more. If you liked this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you next week.